you already heard. But the pots we each made prior, to this weekend, and they've been bisque fired and glazed, and then put in the kiln and have been gradually heated up, and we're looking to reach 1900 degrees. And that's okay. And then, so we said the glazes were kind of bubbling and frothing. Now we can look inside and see that they're melting and getting glossy. So Jim, when he can tell that combination of color in the kiln and the surface on the pots, he will turn off the gas, take the lid off the kiln, and then we'll take turns taking the hot pots out of the kiln and putting them in these buckets of straw. And we'll tell you more about the process as we go. But this first piece here, I think, is really the most amazing. It's a special clay that's been tempered with grog, which is kind of like a sand or broken bricks. But it opens up the clay body so that it can withstand this thermal shock. Again, going from the 1900 out to the ambient.
And if we really wanted to, we could take a red hot piece and put it straight in water. It would scream a lot, but it probably wouldn't break.
Wow.
And the difference between what we are doing, the Americanized version, and the Japanese version, which was began somewhere in the mid-16th century, is that they did not use the cans with the organic materials, I should say. They would just bring them out and let them air cool from the hot kiln. So this has been sort of started and embellished over maybe just the past 40, 50 years. It was Paul Soltner, who just died in the last couple years. He was doing Raku, and I think took his pot out and kind of just happenstance set it in some organic materials. And he
I
got
heard it fell over and rolled into the grass. Like they were doing it on a concrete slab.
Yeah.
And he takes the piece out, sets it down, and he rolled in some grass. And instead of doing anything, they just kind of let it burn out. Okay. And they put the piece up. They saw something. Ooh, what happened there? It's on the side of the piece where it was laying in the grass.
Yeah, so, and he would get, just some nice markings from those organic materials, so whether it was straw or some potters might use leaves or sawdust. You want me to go first? Oh, yeah. This first one, Jim likes to move really fast on it. And we're going to move this fan so you don't get smoked out here. Sorry for that first batch.
This is the glaze that tells us what the temperature is, and it's real soft and sticky right now. And if I was to put it in a can with straw, it would probably scar up the glaze. So we cool it down a little bit here, and we don't have to do it in front of the fan. We could do it just out in the air. It'd take a little longer.
But can you hear the crackling of the glaze?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have to put the lid on quick because the straw wants to combust. All right. So these are thrown on the wheels, so like little closed forms. And so same thing, I'll bring it in front of the fan here. So I can listen for the crackle, and I can also try to watch it here. Okay, it's looking good, and it's still, of course, very hot. one has a patina on the surface rather than the glossy glaze. And so when we take the lid off and the oxygen starts to hit that surface, you just see it starting to change. So then Jim hits it with the water and it holds it. It like stops the action. So is that warm?
Oh, just a little bit. Right below 120.
It cools fast. Yeah.
No, it helps when we have cold water too.
Yesterday, by the end of the day, the water was not so cold anymore. Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, that is pretty.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
So let's see here. Oh, cool. Literally cool. Yeah. So we'll pass that one around and we'll bring out the other two and pass those.
Did you want to get it?
Oh wow.
That's gorgeous.
So it's kind of fun digging down in there. And
As long as it doesn't flare up, we're good.
Oh.
Now this one has a bit of residue on the surface, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to rub it with Scotch-Brite while it's still warm in the water to try and take some of that off. If I don't do it now, it becomes a part of the piece.
And so the crackles are superficial crackles in the glaze itself. And then what happened when it went into that straw, of course the straw ignites and the fire wants to live, wants to keep burning. So oxygen molecules are taken from the clay and glaze and exchanged with the carbon. So you get the smoke in all those crackles and the clay turns black as well. So you get that beautiful rich surface. And Jim, you'll see the pattern on here and on some of his pieces on the table. He's put some tape on the raw clay before it was glazed and then peeled the tape off. And then that's where that black pattern comes from.
Or it could be magic.
Or it can be what?
Magic.
Black magic?
And it's still, that one's still boiling. Yeah.
Pick up some sand on the bottom.
I love the crackle.
Now these, again, because I throw them as these closed forms, they have to cool down a little slower. They're kind of like these little bombs in there. So similarly, as soon as I can handle them, I'll take that Scotch-Brite and get the residue off, like Jim did on his piece. Was there a question?
What was the question? Does anybody have any questions?
really see the, again, kind of the organic gunk on that side. All that stuff over there, like maybe this one.
Yeah.
So I'll try to scour this off.
So you said that was mold?
Pardon me?
Those are molds?
No, these, I throw these on the wheel, like you imagine Jim's vase, if I keep going and I close it up at the top. So, and then while the clay is still damp, I can model it. And then,
So that it's hollow on the inside.
correct, they're hollow on the inside, yeah. And you just need to leave a little bit of a hole somewhere
So that it can
so that when it's that initial firing especially, that the moisture can escape and the piece doesn't blow up. This is a hot one. Up. Now they're two pairs. All right.
Oh, I cracked it.
Came apart.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Was it
interesting.
just grabbing both pairs and mishandling?
No, maybe I just didn't. I just pretty much smacked them together.
Oh, well, there you go. I would talk to the manufacturer.
Yeah, exactly.
You throw the pieces separate. The vendor.
Yes, I did. Yeah, yeah. And actually, since these are sculptures, I don't have any problem like epoxying this back together. Yeah. That'll be fine. Candles here.
Yeah, no, we just pulled this one out 2 minutes ago. Oh, with the firing is pretty quick, but it's 20-minute process.
Oh, I see.
So I'll pass it with a towel so you won't get a little warm. You might want to hold it in the towel here. Yeah. The color on this one just came from some what we call underglazes or colored slips. So those were applied before it was misfired. And did everybody get a chance to see these first two?
Wow.
That's a nice crackle.
Yeah, I held it out there a little longer this time.
Yeah, yeah.
I was disappointed in the first one.
I like how it holds detail into the face and the eyes. It's got a nice little curvature.
Thank you.
I know it's not easy to do.
Well, the way I do the heads
There we go.
is that when the clay is wet, and this was really a Paul Dresang thing from SIUE when I was a student there, I start with a skull, basically, like I really push in to get hollow, and then I roll clay to build up little eyeballs and build upper lids, lower lids, cheeks, you know, so I kind of do all this construction. And then, and try to not be too fussy. I did see that, yeah.
So cracked.
Yeah.
Sorry, which one's cracked?
Oh yeah, I see.
And this is
You see that right around the
yes, it's right across here.
Oh,
top
yeah.
part, the neck closer.
Does that happen very
I was
often?
telling the story the other
Nope.
day about the pears and
It's usually a mishandling or something. You know, I may have
I live in
handled it a little too hard.
kind of a rural area.
Even
outside
prior to this
Edwardsville.
firing,
When I
so
moved there, there was
there's-
lots of
there's
fruit
any-
trees.
Any
And my
number of
dad had
places
grown
that
up
it could
on a farm.
have happened.
It can
And,
still be
And he would
used
tell me,
though.
now, you know,
Oh,
don't wait till
it's
the
still
pears are
as a
ripe.
decorative piece. It's
Right,
You gotta
that's a
put it in there
nice
hard like a rock,
decorative.
and then he would talk about how his mom would wrap up
tea or coffee out of it. Maybe after a while you start to see like a crackle patina in the bottom of the piece. And that's exactly what that is. I mean, it's just inherent in so many glazes.
Yeah, I noticed that on coffee. If you drink coffee all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
Finally
you'll get like a real fine crackle patina in the bottom of the cup.
Yeah, I noticed that.